Yeah, well, this is the only probably podcast in the world that is going to start off with Ant's lover.
This is
And
the last time.
That's not Taylor Swift.
This is the last time I wear this jersey. Can you see it, Andrew? Can you see the jersey?
I'll show it to the cameras.
Can you see?
Yeah, you're good.
Yeah, it says number 48.
DeGrom.
Jacob DeGrom.
This is the last time
Number 48.
I will put this jersey on.
No,
and
you won't.
I
You're a
have to.
liar.
I swear. I swear to God.
So if I see you wearing that again,
I will not.
I could A you out.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's
a
nice jersey.
one of the most authentic jerseys I've seen in a long time too.
Sweet ass jersey.
It even has the tuck.
Yeah, it does.
It has the tuck.
Yeah, this is a nice jersey. It's very unfortunate what happened today with Jacob DeGrom. Andrew, you have the clip? Because I'm telling you right now, I might cry. Watch this clip, Josh.
Make the screen.
Oh yeah, I didn't even notice that.
Watch
We're
this
slacking.
clip.
Sorry we didn't get you an episode last week. The backbone was extremely sick.
COVID.
Still am stuffy a little bit.
Well, that's just because the fires are burning in
Yeah,
Canada.
that's what that is. Well,
I think a website is kind of like painting a masterpiece, except it's
This is bad.
What do you mean you can just start
I went
crying? He
to
doesn't even
watch
play on the
before,
team.
So what?
I know what it takes to get back. So that's the goal. Go out there, rehab as the best I can and be around to help, any way I can. We got a special group here. And
There's no crying in baseball.
Stop.
I'm sorry.
to not be able to be out there and, help them win, it stinks. So this is what we love to do, but, finding this out, coming here, wanting to be out there and helping the team, it's a disappointment.
An understandably emotional Jacob DeGrom. This will be his
Why is
second
it bad?
Tommy John surgery. They
Bro,
Tell him to
why
stop
is it
crying.
bad?
He got
I
the
know
bag.
That's a joke. I know that's
I'm not
a
joking.
funny joke.
I'm not
but
joking.
What isn't a joke is that Jacob DeGrom, my favorite New York Met pitcher, favorite player of all time, his career is over.
What are you talking
Jacob
about?
DeGrom will never pitch again in his MLB career.
Dude.
It's over. His
You-
MLB career is done and over with.
And give me your explanation why.
He's getting Tommy John for the second time.
Yeah.
He's 35 years old.
Yeah.
You think that Jacob DeGrom is going to come back and not only come back,
He's
be
gonna
half
have
of
a
what he
new
was?
arm.
He got the surgery already 13 years ago.
So he's gonna get a new one.
Yeah.
Yeah, and he's
All
gonna
right.
pitch until he's 50.
Yeah, I bet. That it's
You knew this though.
I knew that DeGrom.
You knew this.
I didn't know he was going to get
No,
Tommy
you did.
John surgery.
No, you did.
I knew that him going into Texas with that 5-year deal.
Yeah.
I knew he was. We said it week 1 when we came on here and talked about DeGrom after he was gone. I said it. I literally said Jacob DeGrom will not pitch that 5 years. He did it to get the bag for his family, which I'm okay with. Like,
Yeah.
You came to New York. You did what you did for the Mets. We didn't win a World Series. You did pitch in a World Series. We didn't get what Met fans wanted, but you can't argue. Met fans out there, you can't argue. When Jacob DeGrom is on, there's nobody better than him. Now we're watching Max Scherzer pitch. We're watching Justin Verlander pitch. Bro, Jacob DeGrom is here. Max Scherzer and Verlander are here. Like, it's not even close.
Well, it
It's
is
not.
close now because Jacob DeGrom isn't pitching.
Well, I'm talking about when he's on. Not you're just trying to make a joke. But when
I'm
Jacob
trying to make a
DeGrom-
joke about a guy that I could give a shit
I know
less, and
can
you should give a shit less too.
Because you're a Yankees fan. Jacob DeGrom.
Yeah, Yankees
pitched-
don't lose their stars, and when we do
Yeah.
lose our stars, we don't give a shit about them
Yeah, I
because
bet.
we have bigger fish to fry.
yeah, I know.
And who cares?
I care. In my lifetime
Okay.
of watching the New York Mets, Jacob DeGrom is the best player that I've ever watched play the game of baseball. Ever. Jacob DeGrom, I know he's not a New York Met no more. Jacob DeGrom, right now, the New York Mets, what happened with Jacob DeGrom, his career could be over, like I said. He'll go down in history pitching 3 or 4 games for the Texas Rangers.
What are you
Who
saying?
cares?
That
That's
doesn't
what
even
I'm
make
saying.
sense.
Because who gives a
That
shit
doesn't even make
that he
sense.
went and played for the Texas Rangers?
He'll be back and he'll be
No, he
back for
won't.
next
I don't
season.
understand like how you think.
It's one-
how does your brain work? I don't.
What do you mean, how does my
understand.
brain
How
work?
do you think he's coming back from Tommy John surgery at 35 years old?
Because
He'll be
he's getting a new
36.
in in his
Yeah,
arm.
I know. I
And they
wish it
do
was
this
that
surgery
easy.
how many times a day?
Yeah, I
You
know.
don't see these people getting hip replacements. They're out of the hospital in a couple hours.
Where's Noah Syndergaard?
Where's Noah?
Exactly. Where is he?
He's Noah.
Yeah,
He said he
I
would
know.
actually. Noah actually said that he would give up
I know.
his unborn child to be his
Exactly,
old
bro.
self.
You're acting like what
Nah,
DeGrom is about
I'm
to
acting
go
like what I've
through
seen
is-
throughout the years.
Yeah, I
But
know.
enough wasting time. Enough wasting
Yeah.
time on Jacob DeGrom. Sorry for what happened to him. And he's got his money. Texas is still first in their division. They're going to be just fine
I
without
don't
him.
care about that.
And
I care
let's
about
move on to the
person,
real
Jacob DeGrom.
the real issues here with the
Yeah.
New York
Which
Mets.
what? There's 20 of them.
Oh, we're starting with the
we?
Yanks. Oh no, let's just keep him miserable. Just keep him miserable. Just. I'll bring this pod back up to realization after Ant goes on his
No, what?
His
So
2-week
what,
rant.
what was your take? What was your take about Lindor? You were sending me videos and all this. What?
I was telling you.
Yeah, go.
Okay. Before the videos came out, I just had to prove my point to you with the clips.
Okay.
From every news outlet
Yeah, the Met fans.
in the world.
All right, go ahead.
Yeah. They just came out and said that Lindor's getting all the heat.
Yeah.
You could give his numbers.
I know him, yeah.
He's playing horrible. I think he left how many people
Playing
on?
horrible,
Or
he's batting horrible.
he's batting horrible.
Let's get that.
Oh, I
let's
seen
get
him make
that
an.
right.
I seen him make an error too.
Yeah,
The
how
other
many
day.
errors does he have?
I seen him
this
make an
year?
error
How many
too.
errors
The
does he
other
have
day.
this year?
I don't know.
Yeah,
Two?
three.
All right.
Let's
So-
go. Let's go with the facts. He's playing horrible.
Let's Let's talk about facts first.
Yeah, let's go.
And the facts first is he is your highest position player on the team, right?
Highest paid, yeah.
Highest paid position player,
Yeah.
the face of the Los Mets.
No, he's not the
He
face.
is the face of the Los
he's not
Mets
the face.
because of the bag he got
That
in the
doesn't mean
contract.
nothing.
Peter's sitting there with no contract, so do not sit here and tell me that Peter's the face of the Mets. Peter's so awkward, he'll never be the face of the Mets.
Pete
That's
Alonso,
first off.
For Met fans,
That's first off.
Pete Alonso is the face of Mets.
He's
when
not.
you
He's
ask
not.
a Mets fan,
That's a fact.
When you ask a Mets fan, that's not a fact.
It
If
is.
you ask a Mets fan who is the face of the New York Mets,
Yeah, of the Los Mets.
They're not telling you Lindor.
It's Lindor.
No, they're not.
Yes, it is.
No, it's not.
Yes, it
I
is.
don't know where
It's
you're getting
Francisco
that from.
Lindor.
I'm a diehard Mets fan. Lindor is not my face of the New York Mets.
I am a New Yorker.
My favorite Met is Pete Alonso.
I am a New Yorker.
Okay.
And I understand New York sports.
Yeah.
When you get paid
Okay.
and you are Steve Cohen's little baby,
Yeah.
first movie made
All right.
as being the
So,
owner of the
all right,
team.
you're a New York
he
fan.
is the face
All right,
of
so
the team.
Garrett Cole was the face of the Yankees, right? Why? He had the bag. Judge didn't have the bag. Garrett Cole had the bag. So Garrett Cole's the face of the Yankees?
Judge wasn't the face of the Yankees until he got his
yeah,
bag.
I bet. I know. But Judge
Until he got
Judge
his
been
bag.
the face of the Yankees since 2017, the second he stepped into
But
the
Judge
batting
is an
box.
alien.
Okay. But your argument means nothing. I don't care that Lindor got the bag.
Yeah.
No one cares about Lindor got the bag besides Steve Cohen. Steve Cohen is the only guy that can
I don't even
come-
think he cares.
Yeah, and I don't think he cares. Steve Cohen
He
is
wipes
the
his
only,
ass with that money.
100%.
Yeah.
Steve Cohen is the only person in the world that could complain about Lindor making 35 million a year and producing what he's doing. Me sitting home and watching the games, I have no say about him making 30 to 35 million. It has nothing to do with me. Zero to do with me. And the people that want to say, oh, but this is because he's making... The fans out there
The
that
newspapers,
say,
the articles, everything. The blame is going to go on to Lindor.
And why?
Why? Because
Yes.
he's the face of the
But
Mets.
he's not the face
to
of
you,
the Mets.
To you. To the normal human being that
Yeah.
just lives on Tanglewood.
Yeah.
All right? They think, when they think New York Mets, they think
well, then
Francisco Lindor.
No, they don't. When you then watch a Met game, when you think of the New
I
York
do
Mets,
watch
you
Met
think of
games.
Steve Cohen right now.
The Yankees
When
have
you
just
think
been on a
of the
freaking
New York
road
Mets,
trip. I watched all these Met games.
Watch the Mets.
Yeah, maybe they'll start winning now 'cause I haven't been watching
The
them.
Mets are so for people out there like the media. Right?
The media.
This right now.
New York media.
Yeah,
It's
we're not
serious
New
thing.
York media.
Nah, we're fans.
Yeah,
We're hanging out.
The fact that the New York media wants
Yeah.
to finger point Lindor is mind blowing to me. Why are they finger pointing Francisco Lindor?
I just told you, so don't ask me another question. Don't ask me another question. Don't ask me the same question 3 times.
He's making $341 million.
Yeah.
Don't finger point Lindor. Finger point Steve Cohen for giving him the $341 million. Why would you finger point Lindor?
Well, right now the $340 million looks like shit.
Oh, really? Okay. Why? Because he's batting .230 and he has an OPS under 300. It looks like shit. When you watch,
I don't care about any of that. When there's a runner on second base, there's a runner on third base. You got to have a productive AB.
Okay, all right.
And he hasn't had productive at-bats.
All right. So the other day, when we played the Toronto Blue Jays, it was first and third, no outs. Nimmo gets up. What did Nimmo do?
What did he do?
I popped out to third.
Okay.
All right. So we're not going to boo Nimmo. No, let's not boo Nimmo. Then
Nemo's getting paid. They're all getting paid.
Yeah, they're all getting paid. What did Lindor do? Struck out looking. Yeah, bad at bat. Then what did Jeff do? Jeff struck out. Look, he struck out or grounded out. I forgot what it was. Why? How come Jeff's not getting the finger point at him? How come Jeff's not getting booed? Jeff got paid. Nimmo got paid. They all got paid.
They're not Francisco Lindor. He's the superstar. He was a superstar before the New York Mets.
So I understand that he's a superstar.
He's a superstar.
I understand that he's a superstar in quotation marks.
You could even look at that guy and just know he's a superstar.
You can say he's a superstar, but who are the all-stars for the New York Mets last year? Jeff McNeil and Pete Alonso. Both of them. Who's been an all-star 2 times out of the 3 years that Lindor's been here? Jeff McNeil and Pete Alonso. Why is all of a sudden Lindor the superstar?
Because he has more accolades than them.
Why?
Because he's done it in the game.
Because
he's the veteran.
What has he done?
He's more in tune with the situation.
What? No.
That's it.
Who cares? I don't care about him getting the bag.
I understand. You don't care. We're talking about the media, though. You asked me why.
The media is stupid
why was
and
Lindor
dumb.
on the back page of the paper?
Watch the games.
Because
when Lindor,
he's the face of the Mets.
All right, he's the face of the Mets, and I'm happy that he's the face
He's
of the Mets.
your favorite player.
He's not my favorite player.
You told me all the time he's your favorite player.
Not. My favorite player was Jacob DeGrom, and now my favorite player is Pete Alonso.
Now it's Alonso.
Jeff McNeil.
Now it's Alonso.
Yes.
Rewind the fucking tape, okay? Because you sat here and told me it was Francisco Lindor.
I love Lindor.
You had Lindor's jersey when he was on the Indians.
No, I didn't.
That's what you told us.
I would never have a Lindor jersey.
That's what you told us.
No, I love Lindor.
My favorite player is Lindor.
Yeah, I love Lindor.
Favorite player? Why?
He's a man.
Because he was the one that came in that started changing the demographic of everything that was going on. He was the face that made you believe that Steve Cohen was going to take you to the promised land. He was the one that broke the ice from all the shit of the Wilpons. He was the one.
Yeah. So what?
Honestly,
what do you mean? So what? I'm getting at that he's the face of the Mets because of those reasons that I just stated.
You could say that he's the face of the Mets, but Met fans that watch every day Met games
understand.
He's not the face of the Mets. The Mets run on Pete Alonso.
Understand.
When Pete Alonso isn't Pete Alonso and hits a home run every 5th at bat, the Mets don't run. They don't work. They need when it's Lindor and Pete. That's the team. If Lindor and Pete aren't doing anything, the Mets aren't doing anything. You want to finger point Lindor? Go ahead. But guess what? You're literally watching the best Mets shortstop play shortstop every single night. When I say every single night, he does not take a day off.
Which is part of the freaking problem.
It could be, but that's part of.
And
Billy
he also
Epler.
played in the WBC.
Who is the Mets' backup shortstop? Do you know?
No,
we don't have a backup shortstop.
You have nobody on the team that can play shortstop.
No.
There is nobody on the team.
I mean, I'm sure Jeff McNeil could probably play shortstop.
When was the last time he did?
Never. When did Eduardo Escobar play shortstop?
Listen, that's what you have to tip your hat to. I totally understand. The guy's out there every night. He's a grinder. He stands up there. The media comes to him. He takes all the blame.
Everything.
He puts it all on his back.
Everything.
Once again, why he's the face of the Mets.
Well, no,
but
he's just an unspoken leader. That's what he is. He's the
definitely
unspoken leader
of the
Mets
leader.
clubhouse. Yeah,
100%.
100%. He's the unspoken leader of the Mets clubhouse.
He's the face of the franchise.
He's the face of the franchise.
He is.
All right, whatever. You could say
Pete's been around for so much longer, though. That's the thing.
And homegrown.
And homegrown. So that's why, at least like me too, I feel like he's the face of the franchise.
He just doesn't have that personality, and he doesn't come across like he could be the face. He breaks his bat over his leg like a little kid.
Oh, he's humping the bat.
He just screamed, "Let's go effing Mets" over the stereo, and he got in trouble for it. Met fans love Pete Alonso.
Absolutely. I understand that.
If you went on a poll,
listen,
if you went at,
I respect everything you're saying, and I agree with you.
If you went to
but I'm
Citi
telling you
Field,
why the media looks at Alonso at Lindor the way it is.
The media, bro. I don't even listen to the media. I don't even know why you listen to the media. This is
because I like to.
Yeah, but then
I'm
you want
bored.
to talk. All right, but
I'm
and
driving.
so are they, and so are the media, and that's why they create.
And that's
this
why we're
stupid
having
stuff.
this conversation.
Yeah.
So I totally agree with you.
So if the media wants to finger point anybody,
yeah,
I get it. You could finger point Lindor. He's the one that's making $341 million. He's batting .213. His OPS is under 300. That's horrible. There's no
he's got 40 RBIs. So he had a good start.
Let me go. That's horrible. 213 under 300 OPS. Horrible. There's no denying that. You're making $30 million, $35 million a year, whatever the case may be. You should never be batting that low. Never. That's horrible.
Yeah.
We get that. We're on the same page here. But also now, if you want to look around the league, right? When it comes to Met fans, especially me at least, I care about production.
You're not everybody.
No.
And you're not every Met fan.
No, I care about production, right? When it comes to production, there are 3 shortstops in baseball right now with 10 or more home runs. Lindor's one of them. There are 2 shortstops in all of baseball with 40 RBIs. I can't say more because they're tied for 40. Bo Bichette and Francisco Lindor.
Bichette's nasty too.
And he's nasty. He's batting .333, whatever the case may be.
He's having a good start.
Great start, right?
Yep.
If Lindor's batting average was higher, you would be saying the same thing. Lindor's having a great start. Lindor's numbers are exactly Bo Bichette's numbers, besides the hits, besides the batting average, besides the OPS. So what the difference between Bo Bichette and Lindor? Bichette's batting .330. Unbelievable. Lindor's batting .213. Horrible. If he gets his batting average up, he's all of a sudden he's an MVP conversation. So that's why I get where the finger pointing comes from and all this, because they're saying, listen, you're better than this. If you're playing how you should be playing, you're an MVP. And obviously, he's not playing like an MVP.
He's going to turn it back around.
He will.
He will turn it back around 100%.
Will turn it back around.
And then they'll be pointing their fingers at somebody else.
Who they really should be pointing their fingers at.
But they would still be going to him for answers.
Of course, they always do. And they did it last year too.
Exactly.
They'll finger point Lindor. Meanwhile, Pete Alonso has been whatever he's been batting. He's batting like .230 right now, Pete Alonso. Yeah. First off, let's give a big shout out to Pete Alonso. He just broke the home run record at Citi Field, 72 home runs now. So let's give it up to Pete. Let's give it up to Pete. But
who was under him?
Lucas
Who did he
Duda.
pass?
Lucas Duda, 71. So at Citi Field. So that you
get
want
into the pitching, eh?
Yeah, well, let me get this point across real quick. You want to finger point Lindor? Let's finger point Jeff McNeil. His OPS is I think higher than his slugging percentage. His OPS.
Who are we talking about?
Jeff McNeil. His OPS is higher.
His on base percentage.
On base percentage, right? Yeah. It's higher than his slugging percentage, right? You want to finger point? Let's go there. Starling Marte has 3 home runs this year. Starling Marte, I get it. He's hurt. He's came off of that.
Starling Marte,
yeah,
though. He's
Starling
not
Marte.
Lindor.
Starling Marte has a career like 300 batting average. This guy's batting .240 right now. 3 home runs. He has like under 20 RBIs. You want a finger point? Let's go there. You want a finger point? Let's go to Pete. Pete Alonso has been atrocious lately. Atrocious.
Another UBS player. WBC UBS.
Yes, WBC.
I had a freaking pass UBS.
Yeah. So you know what I mean? Like
he
with
didn't really
this
play
finger
that
pointed.
much.
Yeah, he didn't really play much, but
Still out of his groove. Still had to go with the motions.
Yeah, but I mean, we can get into pitching now, but I mean, it's bro, talking about the Mets is so boring right now because it's the same song and dance every week.
What keeps clicking like that?
Yeah, what is that?
I'm sorry, that's my Mac.
It's the same song and dance every week with this New York Mets team. The 2023 New York Mets team is the only Mets team that I can remember in my lifetime of watching the Mets that can start a week, right? Baseball is a week by week thing, right? They started the week sweeping the Philadelphia Phillies, right? Right then and there, off the bat, that should be a great week, no?
It felt good.
At
that moment, yeah.
And they ended off the week getting swept by Toronto. And the problem with getting swept by Toronto was that they lost every single way possible. They lost because of their starting pitching. I guess we could say that they lost because of their starting pitching with Kodai Senga on Sunday, which was a bonehead move by the Mets. But I mean, it's not a bonehead move.
Let's break that down right now. So Kodai has been pitching on 5 days.
5 days rest.
5 days rest
on the sixth day. Which is in Japan, when he pitched in Japan, that's how it was. He had 5 days rest and he would pitch on the 6th day.
But they needed to break that.
They needed to break it at some point, I guess.
Yeah.
But did they really need to break that? I don't know. But what they decided to do was Kodai Senga, his last outing against the Philadelphia Phillies, dominated 7 innings, like just looked unbelievable.
Yeah.
They decided to give him 4 days rest and pitch on the 5th day, and it backfired on them. It bit them in the ass, and they horrible. It went bad, horrible. He went 2 2/3 innings, whatever the case may be. So they lost based off of their starting pitching, right? They ended up coming back that game, but whatever. That's nor here nor there. They lost because their hitting was atrocious. 0 for 19 with runners in scoring position. 0 for 19. You have to try to go 0 for 19 with runners in scoring position.
Well, it's in their head. It's contagious.
Yeah, but you have to try. But they want to finger point Lindor. Okay.
Well, because he left how many runners on base, man?
8. 8 runners on base.
He left 8 out of the 19.
No, he didn't have.
That's what you just said.
I said runners in scoring position, not
how
on
many
base.
did he leave on the scoring position?
I don't know, 2, maybe 3.
Okay.
So out of 19, but anyway, so they left. They were 0 for 19 as a team with runners in scoring position in a whole series. You have to try to be that bad. So that's way number 2 that they lost. Couldn't hit. Way number 3 that they lost, bullpen. Bullpen was atrocious. You just come back from being down 4-0, and the very next inning, you give up a 2-run home run, and then not only that, we go back to game number 2, right? Which is my 4th point. We lost because of management. So they lost every way possible in that series against the Blue Jays. Bad starting pitching, bad bullpen, bad hitting, bad management. When it's the top of the 9th. And it's a 1-1 game. I can't hear that buzzing, that clicking.
Yeah, it's bad.
What's going on here?
We'll just wait till my computer dies then.
What percentage is it on?
We're not 20.
Oh, wow.
All right, but all right, let's go quick. So when you have when you lose every which way possible, that's a sign of a bad team. Mm-hmm. When you it's the top of the 9th. It's 1-1, right? It's a 1-1 game. Man on second, 2 outs, open base on first base. Vladimir Guerrero Jr. is up to bat, right? Who's batting behind Vladimir Guerrero Jr.? Craig Biggio's son, who's nothing. Who would you rather face, Vladimir Guerrero Jr.'s son or Craig Biggio's son? Who would you rather?
It's obvious.
Yeah. When you go and you challenge Vladimir Guerrero Jr., fine, whatever. That's okay. You know what? Challenge him. Do what you want to do. But when you're a manager, when you've been a manager for 20 plus years now, you're 67 years old. It's the 9th inning. There's 2 outs. And you don't have your defense in position to play the lines. No doubles, right? That's what they tell you. No doubles. Nothing over your head. Little League. It's Little League. No, nothing over your head outfield.
What does the manager do in Little League?
Exactly. Nothing over your head. Nothing over your head in the outfield, and nothing down the lines on the lines. Yeah. Right? And the corner infield. Mm-hmm. How in God's name did Vladimir Guerrero Jr. get challenged 1 and then hit a ball down a line 2 to take the lead, and then that was it? That was all they wrote. 2 runs was enough for them to win that game. So you're losing all 4 phases of baseball right now. You're losing hitting, pitching, bullpen, management. What's been going on, it's so past like Mets at this point. It becomes like upper management. When you got Steve Cohen that's giving money to Billy Epler to make the decisions that he's making to bring in these guys and trade for these guys, and then you got guys, then you're signing Buck Showalter, which you guys
were screaming for Buck. You wanted Buck.
I wanted Buck.
You still want Buck.
I still want Buck. I'm not gonna be on the bandwagon saying like, oh fuck, like get rid of Buck. I still want Buck, but I want Buck from last year.
When things are going good, things are going good.
No.
You can't just say that. You won 101 games last year, and you didn't have many downtimes.
Yeah, all right. I want Buck from last year. I want Buck from last year that he didn't make boneheaded decisions. When I watched the game last year...
Did you hear the interview with him?
No. Let me go. I want Buck from last year, right? Last year, when you watched the Mets game, I know they won 101 games last year, right?
They sure did.
When the beautiful thing of watching Buck last year, there was not many decisions that he made that you said, wait, why is he doing that right now? What is he doing? Why you didn't really question Buck too much. I can't tell you how many times.
You didn't question him in the moment?
No.
And then you won the game and you forgot about the moment?
No. I'm telling you, there was a handful of times last year towards the end of the season in September where, yes, we did question him.
Yeah.
But for the most part, no. This year, everything that he does, it's a question mark. Like, why was Dominic Leone in the game in the 7th inning after we just came back 4-4? Why did you put him back out there? Like, it's like there's just things that he does that it's like, why is this guy just getting older? Like, what's happening here? What is going on? And this is my last point that I want to get over
No,
with.
it can't be your last point. I don't care if this entire fucking podcast is about the Mets tonight, all right? This entire episode. But when they interviewed Buck after the game and they asked him the exact question that you just brought up, his response was pathetic.
I don't even hear it. I don't listen to Buck Showalter, bro. I'm so tired of listening to him.
But stop turning the game off and start paying attention to...
Why? Why would I want to listen to Biden? It's like, why would I want to listen to Biden? You don't have to ask the guy the question and then hear his response.
He said he was worried.
He
said because if we got past Guerrero, we had an easy ninth inning, 10th inning.
Who thinks like that?
That's what he said. Exactly. That's a problem.
And that's why I don't want to listen to him.
That's a problem.
Exactly.
But no, you should be listening to him because you'll understand more. I listen to every interview. I listen to Boone speak once a week on Talking Yanks.
I don't care.
I listen to everything that my guys have to say because they're gonna explain something.
There's
to you,
nothing that you can tell me to explain why they pitched to Vladimir Guerrero Jr. And what you just said,
that was his answer. That was why.
And that will make me come on here and ask for Boone to get fired. Buck to get fired. That's not stuff I need to hear. I don't care that what he said. I'm watching, and in my own opinions, I can come up with an assumption that Buck is an idiot. That Buck is losing his mind. That Buck is getting old. I can make that assumption.
Maybe he has Alzheimer's.
That's what I'm thinking.
Like
I can make the assumption from watching and seeing what's going on. I don't need to hear him tell me this. I could see it with my own 2 eyes.
I know. You should listen. That's my advice. My advice is to listen and not just turn the game off.
I wish your advice was to become a Yankees fan. Tell me to become a Yankees fan.
Well, the church is always open.
Because this with the Mets, we don't need advice. But this is what I need to my last point. Because I can't keep talking about the Mets. I can't do it.
I said we're just gonna make this
20 minutes in.
Don't worry about it. We're just gonna make this episode
I'm done.
Mets, and then we can record another one.
I can't do it no more, man. It's the same song and dance every.
We wanted Empire State Sports as the umbrella anyway, right?
Yeah.
So,
but my last thing. No one's talking about this.
No one's talking about actually what we just talked about in the beginning.
Yeah,
that's the truth.
What?
Everybody is putting the pointing at Lindor.
Yeah.
You know, so
those are uneducated people that are saying all that stuff.
It's not that they're uneducated; they just go by the numbers.
Yeah.
They just go by the numbers, and that's
ridiculous.
And what everything I brought up.
My last thing that I want to get off my chest: the New York Mets last year, right? Keep bringing up last year. It was the Mon and Andrew's best Mets team of our time. Literally,
just keep that in a clip.
Yeah, right. But last year, the Mets hitting coach was Eric Chavez, right? That was the Mets hitting coach last year. Eric Chavez, who did unbelievable as the hitting coach for the New York Mets.
Absolutely. You had a batting champ on your team.
Yeah, literally. Mm-hmm. Why is our hitting coach now Jeremy Barnes?
Who's Jeremy Barnes?
I don't know.
And why am I just hearing about this now?
Right. Jeremy Barnes was last year, he was the assistant hitting coach. I'm almost positive I'm saying his name right.
Where's Chavez?
Look that up, Andrew. Chavez is the assistant bench coach for the New York Mets now.
Oh, so he's still there.
He's still there, but he's not the hitting coach.
Come on, you really think that? You don't think if he sees something, he's not reporting it back?
I don't know.
They're a team.
I don't know. I think that he has, this is where I'm getting at. Does he have more responsibilities now, Eric Chavez, that he can't start helping out these hitters? Because there's no way, top to bottom, that every single player on that Mets team, hitting-wise, is underperforming. Every single one, besides maybe Pete because of his numbers, but his batting average isn't there. Like, every single one, top to bottom, they're underperforming. And it's, like, very weird. How are they all underperforming at the same time? Like, what? Like, you're not watching these guys hit and giving them pointers on like how to change and how to adjust their approach.
Of course he is.
But then obviously he sucks at what he's doing.
It's just not working
Exactly.
right now.
Not right now. It has been working all season.
Bro, you're only 5.5 games out.
Bro, it's 60 games into a season
You're
now.
playing the Braves this
We
week.
are 60 games into a season.
There's tons of time to get this
Charles,
right.
Charles, we are 60 games into the Mets season now. Right? 60 games. That's a big sample size. 60 games. We are 30-30. Watching these games, you can absolutely see with your own two eyes that they are a 500 baseball team. There is nothing that you're watching with your own two eyes that justifies that they're not.
Bro, give it 1 week. You're gonna
give it
1 week. I'm gonna have to show you these videos because your whole attitude changes.
This is what you got to realize.
This is
the Mets
baseball.
starting pitcher.
I want to shake you sometimes.
Besides Max Scherzer, right now, Max Scherzer's looking good. Right? Max Scherzer's looking good.
This week?
Yeah, exactly. Max Scherzer's looking good. His last 3 starts looks like Max. Verlander, his last start, he looked good. But who knows what Verlander right now? He hasn't looked good. Kodai Senga, who knows what Kodai you're going to get?
If the season ended today, where are you?
Out of the playoffs.
Out of the playoffs?
Yeah.
No.
Yes. What do you
If
mean
the season ended today?
Yeah.
Last week you were in the playoffs, so
Yeah, but that's like I said.
that was after a 3-game win streak.
Yeah.
So
it's a week by week basis.
It's not even July. We're not even at it's not even summer yet. We're not in the dog days of the summer.
But you can't
and you can't sit here and tell me that I've watched enough baseball in my life to watch the worst teams in the beginning of the season turn into the best teams at the end of the season. You watched it with Philadelphia last year. You watched it with other Yankee teams as the years go on. I'm telling you right now.
Philadelphia Phillies were hurt last year, and they got their guys that came back and they played
and
better.
They fired the manager.
And they fired the manager. The New York Mets have 0 injuries besides Edwin Diaz.
No, you have the other pitcher.
Yeah, Quintana, whatever his name is. Oh, he's
that was a big move.
He's gonna help. He's gonna help us score more than 1 run.
That was a big move. You have David Robertson pitching very well.
David Robertson's been horrible lately.
He's been. What do you mean? Because
he's been getting hit. He's been giving up runs.
He always gets
Adam Ottavino's been horrible lately. The Mets bullpen is horrible.
Mm-hmm.
The Mets bullpen is bad. That's why I'm telling you, we are a 500 baseball team. If the starting pitchers aren't going 6 or more innings, which is very rare for a New York Mets starter to go 6 or more innings, they're not winning a game. And when it comes down to hitting, they're not getting their timely hits. And like it's just bad. This is just a poorly structured Mets team, which, like I said, starts with upper management.
I highly disagree.
You're not watching the Mets. I'm telling you what's happening. I'm watching them every night. No, you're not.
I am watching the Mets. Yeah. Am I sitting there for 9 innings a night? No.
I am.
All right, but I'm telling you that things will turn around.
Yeah, bro, you're telling me that you're a Yankees fan. Of course you have those opinions and things.
And of course you have these opinions, but you got rid of those, I thought.
No,
I thought the Mets got rid of their negativity lifestyle.
I'm telling you.
I thought Frank the Tank was the only friggin' Momo out there that only gets friggin' upset every time they lose, or even if something stupid happens.
I've watched Mets.
Come on, bro.
I've watched Mets.
I watch baseball.
Yeah.
I watch baseball. I sit there and watch the MLB Network at the end of the day.
I watched the 2015 Mets and the 2015 Mets. They were 500 around April 1st, but the 2015 Mets had guys. They had a bullpen. They had hitters. They had starting pitching. The 2023 New York Mets, they do not have a bullpen. Their hitters are. I hope to God this isn't what they are, because this is atrocious. Yeah. Like I said, bro, it's impossible to go 0 for 19 runners in scoring position. It's impossible.
This obviously isn't who they are.
Why? But how? It's been 60 games now. I think there's no
you dealing with some shit.
Like what?
You had guys go to the WBC.
What are we doing? That's over with.
You had the Diaz injury in the beginning. You had all that shit going on.
What does that do with anything?
It was just a vibe. It has to do with everything. You came into the season.
It's June now.
Okay.
So I don't care what happened in March.
It's 6 days into June.
Okay. It's June. I don't care what happened in March. It's June now. Mm-hmm. They should have gotten the ball rolling by now.
They should have, yes.
Yeah, they're 30 and 30.
Plenty of
I know they
plenty
have
of time to turn it around.
You
have superstars on your team.
Superstars that are
You have Francisco Lindor.
You just bashed him. Now we have Lindor.
What do you mean I bashed him?
He's batting 213. He has under 300
I didn't
OPS.
say that. You said that.
Yeah.
I didn't say that. You said that. I told you he had 40 RBIs. That was the beginning of the season. He's going to turn it around. He's not. This isn't him. You know who he is. Okay? You know who he is.
I'm
This
just
is
telling
not.
you,
This is not him.
After
And
watching
if he
what
turned
I'm
it around
watching-
this month, he would wind up going to the All-Star game.
but
So they could all be bashing an All-Star. So I'm just saying, I've been here long enough to tell you that things are okay.
but I've
They're
been
not
watching
terrible.
baseball
There's
long
been
enough.
worse. You could
I've
be
been-
12-39 like the Ace.
No. I've been. I mean, listen. We know
You're
we're not
talking like you're
we're not
12 and 39.
the 2011 Mets, the 2011 Mets. But I'm telling you, after watching the series against Toronto,
Yeah.
and they lost all 4 aspects of baseball.
Toronto's
pitching-
playing good ball right
no,
now.
they're not playing. They have a good team.
You
Don't
guys
get me
fought
wrong.
back. You guys fought back in one of those games.
Yeah, I mean, we were in every single game. But
Exactly.
They lost. Losing teams find ways to lose.
Losing
the New
teams
York
find
Mets
ways to lose.
are a losing team.
Yeah.
They're in 60 games. They're a 30-30. They're a $370 million team. And
That's
they're 30 and
the
30.
serious part.
That's when
They've spent the most money on all of the major leagues of baseball.
They're structured so bad that it's like it's brutal. It's brutal. It's like where did that $370 million go that I'm watching Dominic Leone pitch every night or Tommy Hunter pitch every night? Like why?
Hopefully Billy Epps could do something during this trade
Hopefully he can
deadline.
He can go back to Anaheim. That's
Hopefully
where
he could do
go.
something during the trade deadline. I said that you guys would have a problem with that to begin with, but that's it. I think everything will be okay. Keep your head up. Fight with your team. Fight with your team. Fight with your team. That's all I could ask you.
Bro, obviously,
That's all
I watch
I
every
could
night.
ask
I'm
of you.
just coming on. I can't be anything but myself. I'm authentic. I'm watching what I'm watching, and what I'm watching is a bad team. They're a bad team.
Today they are.
They're a bad team.
Today they are.
I mean, if they're clicking on all cylinders, yeah, they could win. They could do some damage, but I mean, it's just like
They could get into the playoffs for sure and turn some
it's
things
like,
around.
But that's the problem with this Mets team is they'll win 3 in a row, and you're like, oh, there they are, they're coming,
Yeah.
they're coming, and then they'll lose 3 in a row or 4 in a row. Or
Well,
5 in a row.
I used to call it the July slide for the Mets.
Yeah.
So maybe
So-
it's going to be the uptick in July.
We'll see.
Month
But when
here to
they
get
all
things right.
clicking, they're all fun to watch.
Let's talk about these New York Yankees, though, for a second. We'll just we'll go through it real quick. 'Cause
Real quick.
I do want to talk about some of the backbones breakdown this week.
I don't think we're going to have time for that.
I don't give a shit.
Put the charge plug in it now.
It's going to keep doing it.
You think so?
Yeah.
Why was it doing that?
It's not the right charger.
Yeah.
Let's see what happens. But if it stays in and it does that, do you hear it?
Neither do I.
Yeah, I hope we can hear it like in the audio.
Yeah, I don't know why I was doing. I don't know why it's doing that. Yeah, give me some music. Give me some tunes.
Come on now.
It's time for the Yankee perspective. Is that what you're calling it?
Pinstripe.
Pinstripe perspective. See, we took a week off. I lost all my mojo.
Yeah.
I lost all my mojo, but we had some fun on TikTok Live, no?
Yeah, I love
We had
that.
mad fun
Bro,
on
TikTok Live's fun,
Yo,
bro.
people were giving us roses.
Yeah.
Right? That was wild.
All right, get right into it.
Bro, don't rush me. I don't give a shit.
My computer's going to turn off, so it's going to be a no-end episode.
Oh, boy. Well, the Yankees went on a 6-game road trip, came up 4-2.
Okay.
Very good.
West Coast trip.
That's what I said, no?
Road trip, you said, but same thing.
West Coast
Yeah.
road trip. They just flew. They didn't drive.
Yeah.
But they're finding ways to win. They are
what a good
definitely.
team
They're
does.
definitely. Yeah.
That's
You
what a
can't.
good
We
team
can't sit here
does.
and tell you that the Yankees are a great team when I got
I
Clark
didn't say
Schmidt on
great.
the
I didn't say great. I said
good team. You can't say they're a good team either when I got Clark Schmidt on the mound tonight. But we got who's back
Who?
and who's not.
Who's back?
Who's back? Josh Donaldson. Do you think he could turn his Yankee career around?
Why, he hit the 2 home runs when he came back,
He
right?
came back. He took Kershaw deep for 2.
Yankee fans like him now?
No.
Oh, about to say.
No, but we need him, so we're gonna pull for him.
Yeah.
We hope he could turn his. We know he plays a great third base.
Yeah.
So we're just hoping that he could turn it around. We got Giancarlo Stanton back. His timing looks like it's there. Usually when Stanton comes back, it takes 3 weeks plus to get his timing there. It looks like his timing is there.
When's he going back on the IL, though?
I don't know. That's yet to be seen. That's TBD. That's to be dated.
We know it's happening.
Yeah, definitely know it's happening.
Yeah.
Hopefully it doesn't.
Nah,
That's-
you really just need him for October. So don't get.
We wasted his good October. We got Severino bad problems. Sevy's either tipping, something's going on with
Is he
Sevy.
hurt?
Not that I know of.
Because that, like,
You know who is hurt though?
Yeah, Judge, obviously.
No, well, Well, Judge isn't in the lineup today. Today's Tuesday.
Oh, come on, enough with the hoopla.
They don't want to break the news. He's definitely got some broken toes.
Yeah,
he's definitely got some broken toes. Maybe we'll hear it after the game today.
Can he sue the Dodgers?
It's a little ridiculous that they have a concrete
that was
curb.
like a little weird, no?
He breaks the gate. He breaks the thing open. Yeah. It was shit. It was shit. The way that whole thing went down. I was talking to a buddy of mine today, and he's like, I know it's hard to say, but like when Judge is going back on that ball, would he ever hold up and maybe just play it off the wall knowing that he's going to risk an injury? It's just not in his bloodstream.
Nah.
It's just not there. Like Giancarlo Stanton would have been like, nope.
Yeah, I'm backing up.
Stanton would have been like, nope, not me. Not me.
Yeah, Judge is a dog, man.
We got Tommy Kahnle back. So the who's back was Donaldson, Stanton, and Tommy Kahnle.
Okay.
Who's back. And
are they going to mic him up again?
I would
Kahnle?
love.
Yo,
I would
he's a
love.
maniac,
He
that
is.
guy,
He's so much fun. I want to put Domingo Germán in the number 2 spot. It's Cole.
Oh,
whoa.
What about Nestor Cortes? What's going on?
It's Cole, Germán, and Nasty Nestor.
It's on the IL.
Was only nasty for that little short period of time. Everybody gave him this thing. He had this little move. He can't do his move no more. He can't do the timing thing because of the pitch clock. Whatever the hell he's going on. He's wearing heat shorts. He's wearing the New York. He's wearing the Miami Heat shorts during the Knicks.
I saw that. Yeah, it's tough.
This guy is really on my last nerve. Nasty Nestor is on my last nerve, especially after that whole thing that I brought up, that whole clip about him showing up as players, wearing the Heat shorts, not pitching great, hurt, dead arm. Yeah. Come on. I'm not a big fan of Nestor. We need him, obviously. I heard Rodon is throwing a little bit.
Okay.
There's still no complete word about that. What's that?
Round 1.
Oh, wow.
Just keep it in.
And the last thing that I got is just basically, I think the Yankees need to figure out how to get a left fielder.
A left fielder.
Yeah. I think the Yankees need to figure out how to get a left fielder. I love Oswaldo on and off the bench, coming from a bench guy or whatever.
Why don't you hold it, Andrew? But
I feel like they got to go after Cody Bellinger. They got to figure something out. If it's Peraza, if it's Oswaldo Peraza, I want to say. If they trade him for Cody, I wouldn't be so sad about it. And keep Gleyber. Or ship Gleyber and bring up Oswaldo Peraza.
Yeah.
So I think the Yankees definitely need to figure out left field. Hopefully Rondon comes back and pitches well.
They should trade for that guy that the Orioles.
Cole's got it. Cole doesn't have it.
I don't know if you just seen the guy that the Orioles got. He's unbelievable. What's his name?
Shut up.
Aaron Hicks.
Shut up.
That guy?
Bro, he was 2 for 11 the last time I checked.
Yo,
he was 2 for 11
I
the
was
last
looking
time
at
I
his
checked.
numbers, bro. He had a triple the other day.
2 for 11. He's 2 for 11 last time I checked.
Bro, sign that guy. You might need Aaron Hicks, bro.
All right, just drop it or else we won't even get through this episode.
I thought we were talking.
Yeah, forget it. Thank you, everybody, for listening to Empire State Sports. Your boy Charlie Caps in the backbone. Don't forget, gamble responsibly.
Or not at all.
And don't worry, we'll see you next week.
See ya.
Peace.